Can't hear anything.
I'm not on mute anymore. You got to unmute yourself.
Is he frozen?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh, all right.
I guess
well,
today's show is D and Chino live.
and TD on the mic.
TD, where's TD? TD disappeared.
No, he's right there.
All right.
All right. So I guess what is this? Week what? 11?
No, we are. Yeah, week 11. We're entering
Week 11
week 12.
recap.
Yep.
Week 11 recap. We'll start off with. Let's see. We'll go off with the New York Jets. TD. Let's talk about the New York Jets.
They're awful.
Everybody
No,
having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah.
So we'll start off like this, man, and I'll tell you my prediction, and I'm going to tell you like this. So they're on a bye week. They're going to have to regroup. They're going to have to do something, man. You know, right now I'm hearing.
All right, we're back, and when I'm live, sorry, we had some technical difficulties.
What the hell? We're sitting here like.
I don't know what's going on. My phone's having some issues, and the board's having some issues. All right, sorry guys. Say hello to everyone. Windward Attack. Matt Godfrey, Steelers won, of course. Sorry guys, we had technical difficulty. Obviously, Jets GM got fired, so let's regroup. We got my man Tom TD Davis. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
My brother Diz. What's going on? And of course, Chino XL. What's going on? Now, if I fall off again, D, you take the ball.
We didn't know what was going on. I fumbled. We all fumbled.
we were starting talking about the Jets already. We're getting into the Jets.
All right, so let's talk about the GM first. Joe Douglas gets fired. That's obviously the first thing that happened. He obviously deserved to be fired. He was 30-64 as for the past 6 years as a Jets GM. I thought it was warranted. They needed to do it. I don't know who, I think Phil Savage is the interim right now. He's correct. He's the interim. It needed to be done. He made some good draft picks, but he also made some bad draft picks. Obviously, he got Garrett Wilson. He got Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall. But he also got Zach Wilson was an issue. A lot of things he had to go. 30-64. I don't care who you are. It's time to go. Tom, the firing was today. What did you think of the firing?
I was a little surprised, but not. It makes a ton of sense in a way because the buys this week.
I don't even see him up on my screen.
Oh, can you see me or no?
I see you.
Oh, okay.
I see you. Yeah, we all see you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the buy was buys this week. So, start off with a clean slate. The GM's not doing anything.
Oh man.
So, yeah, you're almost.
This is complete silence. Is this?
What the? Are you all right? What's going on? Chino, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
We hear you perfectly.
Okay.
Can you hear us? Look, we hear you fine.
Do you see us all?
Yeah, I'm good. But
okay. Go back to Tom. We're having a lot of problems here today. A lot of technical problems here running on the board. All right. So, Tom, you were surprised by it, but you thought he needed to go.
Yeah. Time to cut loose. You give him a chance to find a job somewhere else. I'm sure he'll end up with like the Ravens or Eagles, like he was before. And I hope the Jets can like go after a GM that has a scouting background, so then they don't have to they're gonna have to it's gonna be a long process. They're gonna have to rebuild, and I don't think it made any difference.
I don't think so. D, what'd you think about it?
It was time. It should have been done before, but both teams in New York are just a disaster. This just shows you that the Jets are blowing everything up. I don't expect Aaron Rodgers to be back next year. That's why I thought that Davante.
I disagree. I think he's coming back.
We'll see. But that's why I think the Davante Adams trade, they should never went for him. They did it for right now, and it didn't happen. It blew up in their face. So you gotta. Someone has to take the blame for it. It's not going to be Aaron Rodgers, but that's what it is.
Chino, what'd you think of the GM being fired?
But it solely doesn't just fall on the GM, man. I think like the gameplay of like players, like you talking about Sauce Gardner. He's not the Sauce Gardner of last year, right? His defensive play was lacking, the last couple of weeks. Just the management of the game, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers, he'll throw those tight windows here and there, but he's not the Aaron Rodgers of like, back in the day, man. So,
No.
What can you do?
That's what happens. Like I said, it's I saw some people were complaining that he shouldn't have been fired, but when you're 30 and 64 and that's like saying like, hey, Miss Lincoln, besides your husband being shot, what'd you think of the play? I mean, it was a disaster. So, and the Jets season was a disaster. So, and it's going to get longer. We'll talk about that Colts game, which they lost 28-27. I could write that script for that game because when I saw them kick the field goal on 4th and 2, I said, go for it. Go for it. Don't go for field goal because I knew what was going to happen. Plenty of time left. The Colts were going to come right down the field. I could write that script in every day.
But you're supposed to have a top tier.
I think Aaron Rodgers wanted to go for it.
You're supposed to have a top tier defense. Supposed to shut them down.
We don't.
I know.
That's true, but I think it was 6 plays, 70 yards when they got the ball back. I mean, and then Sauce Gardner, I mean, he's really just like, not only is he playing so bad, but I think his attitude also now is you can see it's starting to affect him. Like he was blaming the safety. You can see them on the sideline kind of talking back and forth with each other. I think we just lost Chino too. I don't know where Chino went. I'll see if he can pop back in. But D, in case I fall off, you're going to have to take over, okay? Because I could see my board's getting a little hot.
Getting hot.
Hold on, I think Chino's getting a little hot. There he is. He's back. Chino's back. Can you hear us, Chino?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So obviously the Colts, they beat the Jets. Horrible, horrible game. I knew that was going to happen. I even told the person I was with, I'm like, Jets are going to lose this game. He said, "Oh,
but you picked the Jets. You picked the Jets. I was the only one that picked the Colts."
I said they should win, but I said they're going to probably lose. That's what I said. I said they should win, but they're probably going to lose. William Allen, he's a Bengal fan, very frustrated as well. I know Joe Burrow and the Bengals, you guys have a good team too. And like I said, Jets have such good talent on their team. I don't know. I do think Aaron Rodgers is coming back though. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback this year. He's got 17 touchdowns, I think like 7 interceptions, and he's like right in the middle of the pack. I think Mahomes has more interceptions.
Zach Wilson has more wins than him.
Yes, I know that's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. Tom, what did you think of the Jets game?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first half was brutal. They didn't get a first down until a minute 40 and left in the court, like second quarter. So boring game, terrible. And then, like you mentioned, was kind of finger pointing with the safety. I don't know. Whatever it is, if this guy is supposed to be like the best cover corner in football, he should be guarding the best team's wide receiver more. Like there's just too many excuses with this whole thing. And I don't know if it's they play zone a lot or what it is, but
he's not the same.
It's just he's not the same, and it's just.
And I definitely think the coaching is a big thing. The coaching is really. We have a bad coach who, it's not his fault. He got thrown in the war, but he's not going to get a probably coaching job for a long time. But we need to get a good coach, and I hope they get someone who's really good. Like maybe I doubt Bill Belichick will come. I really don't see him coming. He has a better shot of going to the Giants than the Jets.
No, I think he's going to Raiders.
I think he's going to Cowboys, actually. That's a good fit for him, I think, the Cowboys. D, what did you think of the Jets?
Typical Jets. But, I thought Joe Flacco was going to go off on them, but apparently Anthony Richards went off on them. Yeah. You know what? It's just I don't know what's going on. Their offense was not clicking. How many I got something in my eyes, sorry. How many points did they score in the first half? 0? It was
one touchdown, but yeah.
It's the Jets just they need to blow it up. Just blow it up. Blow it up. I would start, a fire sale. At the end of this year, just blow it up. Just like the Giants, blow it up.
Mm-hmm. Chino, what do you think of the Jets? The Jets.
It was just horrible when they were down, like I think what was it by 3? It was like 21-3 at one point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I was like, dude, what is going on, man? I started watching Yellowstone. I was watching this game and I was catching up on Yellowstone, to be honest with you. But I was just like, this is horrible, man. And then like I'm a big. I have what's his name in fantasy, Garrett Wilson. He was absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
so what are you gonna do, man? But
Reese Hall did good.
you know, he's an athlete, man. Garrett Wilson can get it done, but you know, he wasn't getting it done that day. So whatever.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. I mean, I do think Aaron Rodgers will be back. I think, what do you got to lose? Bring him back. We have, who else is going to be the quarterback next year? I don't know.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. So bring him back. Roll your dice again with him. I mean, you got some good pieces there. I think we definitely need a third wide receiver. We need some help on the offensive line, and that defense has got to get better. But I think with coaching, I think it's going to get better. I don't know. The other big news in New York, we have, since we were not winning games, is Tommy Cutlets. Tommy Cutlets is coming back. Tommy Cutlets. Now, I thought it was a little bit surprising. Obviously, Daniel Jones, he sits, but then Drew Lock, whatever, is on the bench or whatever, and he's getting $5 million. But I think DeVito obviously is a draw because he's from Jersey. He's got a big fan base here. I think he's going to be signing autographs like right up the block. I mean, he's going to be up here. So Tommy Cutlets. So let's start with the Giants guys. Chino, what do you think of Tommy Cutlets? Make a difference?
He's gonna play his heart out, man. He wants to be like the forever New York Giants quarterback starter, right? So it's good, it's good for Jersey, New York, hometown kid, getting it done. Last year, he won a couple of games, right? But I feel like we got to slow our roll here, man. We got to start investing in our future. So get him some playing time, but let's try not to squeak out any wins, man. We want that high draft pick. You know what I mean? We need that
right.
guys. We need that high draft pick. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
So get him some playing time, but get that L.
Yeah. Dean, what'd you think of the Giants? Tommy DeVito.
What was that?
Tommy Cutlets.
I think it's just going to bring some energy to the Giants because he's from New Jersey. But again, I've been saying this from the beginning. Giants are not going to do nothing with Daniel Jones behind the center. He's just a terrible quarterback, and I was so pissed when they gave him that big contract. We could have went other way. We could have went a different route. I'm glad that they did it during the bye week so they can give him more time to learn the playbook. Well, probably learns the playbook, but just getting that timing down with the receivers and the running back. And just, the play calling, how his voice sounds. But he's going to play his heart out, man. He's going to play his heart out. But again, we got to lose. Sorry, we got to lose. We need that number one pick. We need that.
You'll be battling the Jets for that. You and the Jets back and forth are going to be battling for that. Tom, what do you think of DeVito?
I like the move, I guess. You really weren't going anywhere with Daniel Jones. Tommy brings some life, sells tickets, and there was that little bit of a mania for 2 or 3 weeks last year. So
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know if he'll be able to recapture it, but you never know. The guy, he is auditioning for a long-term backup job at least. At the very least, maybe he takes the job. You never know, but
does he still have that same agent?
Yes, he does. I see him all over the place.
Who, Inspector Gadget?
Yes, same agent. He's all over the place.
Okay, all right.
They're all over the place. Windward Attack, what's going on? William Allen, Matt Goffrey, Raisins, what happened? So let's talk about your Steelers, Matt. They actually pull off a shocking win, and they beat the Ravens 18-16. Of course, Justin Tucker missed a couple of those big field goals or whatever, and those cost them big time. But
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, it was a close game. I thought the Ravens were going to win, but I was shocked. And the Steelers really are a good team. Their defense is solid, and they just know. And the coach is what makes the difference, too. If we had a coach like that.
Pickens.
Pickens, man. I saw
him
make those
He was eating.
Yes, Pickens looked really good, man. The Steelers, man, they're a solid team. They just know how to win. They're going to play a very fundamental game, and they're going to watch the penalties. They're going to play it right. Tom, what'd you think of the Steelers-Ravens game?
Yeah, it was a great game. The Steelers just know how to win ugly. They've proven it time and time again. And the uglier the game, I feel they have such an advantage with the coach. And I'm very jealous of just Mike Tomlin. He's he's Hall of Fame coach, one of the best there ever was. There's ever been. So, they haven't really been that great in the playoffs the last decade or so. But I mean, this is a good team shaping up. Veteran quarterback, great defense. So.
Yep, definitely. D, what'd you think of the Steelers over there in PA?
Tough game. You know, Baltimore is my Super Bowl prediction to go there. You know, still, as of last week, I was saying they're the best team in the NFL. I mean, in the AFC. I don't know. I can't say that anymore. But, and of course, Matt Godfrey, I do have to give you props because he was pushing George Pickens all year to me, and I just can't stand him. I can't stand him. But he is top 4 wide receiver right now. He has the most yards in top 4. So I have to give him the props. But, again, Russell Wilson just found a fountain of youth, man, just doing his thing. I know it was a little sloppy, but that's the games that Steelers like to play. I still think Ravens are a better team, but Steelers won that game, and there we go. We'll go on to the next one. Just keep feeding King Henry.
Yep. Chino, what'd you think of the Steelers? Ravens.
Mr. Unlimited was just tearing them. You know, look, Russell Wilson, man, like, it's Russell Wilson, man. You got to respect him now. And the fact that they're running backs, like Najee, you saw Najee Harris, he was doing his thing, man. Like Najee Harris, like on the low, and Jalen Warren getting healthy. And when Mike Williams, when he gets like, you know,
accustomed
in sync with Russell Wilson, man, in the playoffs, man, I'm telling you, don't sleep on Mr. Unlimited.
William Allen said, I am so happy the Bills won. And let's talk about the Bills beating the Chiefs. I'm so happy they do to beat the Chiefs. Also, Josh Allen, man, that 27-yard run, he's one hell of a quarterback. I had him in fantasy, so he put up some nice points for me, D, after I beat you this week.
Yes, you did.
Okay, just letting you know. So, Josh Allen, they're obviously going to win the AFC East. I think they'll probably even win the AFC. I think the Bills are that talented, and they're going to just get better and better. You know, Chino, what'd you think of the Bills beating the Chiefs?
It was big. You know, you got to see Josh Allen, you know, do what he does, right? But again, the Chiefs didn't have Pacheco. Pacheco comes back, and they weren't really utilizing Kelsey like they should have, I think. And then, like, you know, what's his name? Hopkins. He didn't get a lot of completions either, right?
No,
Don't worry. I'm not saying the Bills, you know, are not good. Bills are good, man. They beat a good undefeated Chiefs team, right? But if I know one thing, I know the Chiefs are gonna regroup, and when they face the Bills, you're gonna see a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I saw the rest.
You're gonna see the side sling arm of Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you, don't sleep. But, you know.
D, what'd you think of the Bills game?
Bills was good. You know, the Bills are good. They're Josh Allen is top elite quarterback. Cook is doing good. You know, you got Cooper actually played. You know, he made some big catches. Defense is looking good. But the thing is that the Chiefs that didn't have Pacheco, but Hunt, you know, ran pretty hard. Hunt did good when Pacheco wasn't around. But again, they need to get Hopkins involved because, you know, Worthy was doing his thing, but they need to get Hopkins involved and Kelsey. But the Bills, again, they're going to be a tough team in the AFC to beat. They do need home field advantage. So hopefully by that win against the Chiefs, and if they equal out with the same record, they got that home field advantage in the playoffs. Next, Jay-Z, did you freeze?
You froze.
Yeah. Jesus. All right.
Yeah, I agree. The home field advantage will be big for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Of course. Great game, close game. That's a rivalry that's going up there with, like, it's Brady Manning almost. So those games are always good. We'll see what in the playoffs though.
Yeah, we'll see. Definitely see in the playoffs. All right, now we'll go to the other Philadelphia team.
Let's stay in the AFC. Hold on a second. We're not talking about the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals. And I'll tell you my sleeper team in the AFC.
So how crazy is it, the gameplay of Burrow and Jamar Chase and Chase Brown, their running back, right? Like, they're like producing. And with the record they have, it just doesn't match up, man. It's crazy. Like a team like that stacked, they're done, man. They're like with the Jets, man.
Yeah, they needed
It's
to win
crazy.
that game, and Joe Mixon was a huge loss in the offseason.
Yeah,
huge loss. They needed him because he can, they can pound the ball. Even with Chase Brown, they were doing that. But the Bengals are a disappointing team. What about you, TD? What do you think about the Bengals?
Yeah, it's a good game. Nice win for the Chargers. They kind of just do things a little bit better with Harbaugh. It looks like they just have a good foundation. Like Harbaugh's building it the way he wants to. And yeah, the Bengals kind of lack that like killer instinct, I guess. That tough one.
Yeah, and that's going to be my sleeper team. I really think the Chargers. Their defense is very good.
Lad McConkey.
Yes, he is the number one. Who Dobbs was running around. Gus Edwards. And when you get Justin Herbert throwing the balls, putting in the dimes in the pockets, that's going to be a tough team to beat. They
haven't really like let the training wheels off yet, so you kind of saw that. What was that on Sunday night? So he can still sling it.
Yeah.
They haven't really had to ask him to. So
I think J.K. Dobbins gets right now. He's entered the chat for comeback player of the year, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, man. He's doing his thing over there. So the Chargers keep doing, like, don't forget, man. Like 2 years ago, Justin Herbert was like the quarterback to get, like in fantasy, right? Like, so now he's starting to like heat up, like, dude.
Chargers. You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Did we talk about the Eagles?
No, we were in the AFC. We were just doing some games in AFC.
All right.
JC, what do you think? What do you think about the Bengals and the Chargers?
That was a good game. I was surprised though with the outcome with the Bengals. I mean, it was a good game though. I thought it was a pretty good game.
The Bengals are going to have a triple crown on their team. They'll have Burrow with the most yards, I think. Chase with the most yards and touchdowns, and then Hendricks with the most sacks.
Oh yeah, he's good, dude.
Wow,
that's crazy.
We're going to go to PA and go to the Eagles. They beat up on who they faced. They won against Washington, right? That was a game you were waiting for, Chino. That was going to be a good game, Washington. And the first 3 quarters, it was pretty close, right? I mean, there was nothing going on in the first 3 quarters. And then finally they won 26-28. Barkley had another great game. Barkley, man, you hear them chanting like, thank you, Giants.
Let me tell you, I was walking through work and people saying, hey, thanks, man. Thanks, man. And I'm like, shut up. Just shut up. I'm surrounded by Eagles and Steelers fans.
Yes, Matt Godfrey. We know he's a big Steelers fan. So what do you think of the Eagles, man?
They took over that fourth quarter. It was the Thursday night game. So it kind of started slow. They did a great job containing Jaden Daniels. And what is that? That rookie cornerback, Quinion Mitchell. He'll probably win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's been shutting down a lot of guys. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their defense, Eagles defense, those 2 rookie defensive backs that they have are really good. So they're a good squad. Again, just it's a shame to see Barkley run all over the place, man. It is. But we all knew if you get him behind a good line, they'll do good. He'll do good.
Do you think the Eagles are like the top team in the NFC right now?
No. In what?
In the NFC.
Nope.
No.
We all know who the top team is.
Lions.
That's right.
The Lions.
They're like 50 points weekly.
I know.
It's
and
crazy.
Goff is just lighting it up.
Yeah. Would you think that Jake Paul had more wins in AT&T Stadium than the Cowboys? Would you believe that if I told you that?
Wow.
And Cowboys and Daniel Jones put together.
Wow. Crazy.
That's pretty amazing. The Cowboys I don't know what's wrong with the Cowboys, but obviously McCarthy's going to go. What do you think, Tom?
The roof's wrong. Even the roof's falling apart.
Yeah. Literally.
If it's not the shades, then something's falling off. Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not going to unless they get Jerry Jones is, he's too controlling. That's why Bill Belichick would never go. Belichick would never go. It'll probably be if the Giants will get Dion, it'll probably be Dion.
No, I don't see it. But I don't see Belichick going to.
He's going to go to the Raiders. He's going to go to the Raiders. Him and Tom Brady are ready. Tom Brady has like a plan and set. He's going to go to the Raiders. He's going to be the coach for the Raiders next year.
You think so?
I think so.
Think the Raiders? Where do you think Belichick's going to go? Anyone? No.
Maybe the Jaguars.
That's a good one too. Jaguars.
Like, you know.
That's
Where's his girlfriend live? Well, because they're all over the place.
Oh,
go ahead.
man.
What's next?
William Allen said stats are good for retirement. Need to win games. Yeah, that's true. What about Bo Nix, man?
Ooh, he has entered the chat for Rookie of the Year.
Bo Nix. Yeah. I picked him up in my fantasy because Josh Allen has off as the bye week. So I think Bo Nix is going to, because they're playing the Raiders.
Okay, now let's go. Bo Nix. You have Russell Wilson last year in Denver and Bo Nix this year. What do you guys think's the difference? Russell's playing good. Bo Nix is playing good. I mean,
I think
that's Sean Payton.
I think it's their defense. I think Nix is good, but I think the whole NFL is kind of shaky, and like a team like the Broncos, that's just like a good team. Like they're okay, but yeah,
they remind me of the Cardinals a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going anywhere. They're not really going to like go anywhere, but they could surprise people, maybe make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what makes it being a Jets fan so depressing, because there's no elite team out there really. That the Jets could beat with the talent they have, but they're just not gelling as a team. I don't know what it is. You know, they could win.
They're just rotten at the core. It's just not a good team.
Yeah, that's what makes it really depressing to be a Jets fan. And I've seen this. 14 years.
I hate to say this, but last year was the Jets' year. That was the year to do it.
Bro, the first
when he come out with the flag.
Let me tell you, man, I was so pumped when Aaron Rodgers got on that field with the flag. We're like, yeah, first fucking play.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fucking horrible. Sorry. This is horrible, man. It's horrible.
Yep. And obviously, I think Devontae, too, is right now thinking, like, what the hell did I get myself into?
He could have went to the Bills, but he turned it down.
No,
give him one more year. You got to give him one more year. Got to give one more year.
Who? A-Rod?
Yeah, one more year.
Yeah, I think A-Rod is going to come back again.
One more year. After that, then see ya.
But I think I heard him say something crazy, Rodgers, and he said that he likes the head coach. Did you hear that, Tom? He said he likes the head coach. He said, I like Jeff Goldblum. And I tell you right now, as the owner, I would say, Aaron Rodgers, you can come back, but we're switching head coach. And if you don't like it, you can go with him, because there's no way. He can't run that team. Aaron Rodgers needs to play. Let the people and the owners and the GM, whoever that is, figure out, the personnel. He just plays the game, because he's making too many decisions like he's the GM, and he shouldn't. That's what
you knew that getting him. You knew that getting him.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. He's just got to play. Give him one more year, but we have to have a new head coach and everything. And who do you guys think will be the head coach for the Jets after this year?
McCarthy.
That's a good one. Tom?
He's good. The Cowboys are gonna let him go. He's done. He's done.
No,
you don't want McCarthy?
McCarthy would be like Adam Gase, he's won a Super Bowl, but
you don't think so? You don't think they bring McCarthy and Hackett back together?
No, you got to go young, maybe like an Aaron Glenn or
who's the guy from Houston, the defensive guy? No, from the Vikings. I mean, who used to be the head coach of Miami?
Brian Flores.
He's more defense, but
he's good.
He's getting offered a head coaching job, I think, after this season.
What about Eric Bieniemy?
He's down in college.
No.
Oh, he's in college?
Oh, that's right.
He's coaching somewhere in college. Yeah.
What about Mike Rabel?
Mike Rabel. Where did I see him? I saw him this weekend on the side. Is he coaching for the Bengals, or where did I see him?
I did. Yes, he is coaching for his team.
Is it for the Bengals?
Tom, what team is he on?
He's probably like an advisor or something.
Okay.
I saw him somewhere on the side.
William Allen said, how about Bill Cowher?
Yeah.
Nah, Jets got to get some guy they can like grow with. So I think you got to go with like a rookie coach, or you don't want to go with like a retread, but
no.
I don't know.
Who wasn't bad for the Jets, believe it or not? He was pretty decent. Mangenius. I like it.
Now since MAGA is back, you got to go with Gruden. win, win, win. Imagine Gruden on the Jets.
No, I couldn't.
Yo,
Can't handle the media.
he would change the whole atmosphere in New York. Gruden is all about win, win, win.
Yes.
Gruden's all about himself. He's not.
Yo, he'll start sending emails out. Crazy.
He's not a coach.
Yo,
He can't coach.
His emails would be crazy after a loss.
crazy.
You know,
He's killing it at Barstool right now.
Yeah, he is. I did see that.
So, what about anything else, guys? Any fantasy talk? How was your fantasy week, Tom? With your fantasy, did you win?
I lost, but I made the playoff, clinched the playoffs. So.
Yeah. D, how was your weekend? I beat you. 146 to what? 104.
I went 1-5 this week, man.
Ooh. How'd you do, Chino?
Big week for me. Bo Nix and Lad McConkey got me the W's.
Yep.
I had Joe Mixon had a big game for me. Mixon.
Yeah, he did.
You know, I think if in fantasy, if you are a CJ Stroud owner, even with Nico Collins back, you gotta be hesitant to start him, man. Like, I think Bo Nix gets that starting slot over CJ Stroud, man. Like, CJ Stroud, like, he's not doing it for me. He's not really doing it like I thought he would do it like last year. But I think Bo Nix, you know,
He was playing the Raiders though, so you kind of have to.
We'll see.
we'll see. Well, you know who? Wait, hold on. Let me see. I was looking at now. Who do the Broncos play this weekend? They play another okay team. Hold on.
Oh, they played the Raiders this week. Sorry.
They play the Raiders this week. So another 4 TD game.
And I'm making a bold statement.
Oh, here we go.
Bold statement. Jets will not lose this week. Guaranteed they will not lose this week because they have a
the
bye.
last New York team that had a bye and came back, they didn't have a starting quarterback. So
Guess who the Giants are playing in MetLife this weekend?
Dead Life. Who they playing in Dead Life?
Eagles.
Nope.
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh yes.
You think Tommy DeVito's gonna?
That's good. I think that's going to be a shootout, to be honest with you.
He's gonna be zings are gonna go in left and right.
Yo, Baker Mayfield is going to just tear the Giants apart.
Yep.
You seen the meme on the internet with the Joker from Batman Beginnings, and he goes, "Bring me the Italian."
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Oh my god.
So anything else we got going on this
What do
week?
you guys right now? Do you think Josh Allen cemented himself as the MVP after this weekend?
I think he's right now he gets the top spot right now.
Right now. Yeah. You
Right
might
now.
You're right. What about you, Tom? You think him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I think so. I think you're right.
And the two best teams in one in the NFC, we all agree on the Lions. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Comeback player of the year, though, is between J.K. Dobbins and I think Mr. Unlimited.
Rookie of the year?
Russell Wilson.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, rookie of the year?
I don't think he takes it all the way, but it's like close between him still and Jaden Daniels.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Now, if anyone wants to apply for a GM position, send me an email. Please, anyone wants to be a GM, where they're looking for a GM in Dead Life Stadium. But other than that, I guess, guys, we will wrap it up and be here next week.
Hopefully, technical difficulties.
Hopefully,
shout out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's birthday was the other day, right?
That's right. It was my birthday.
Jay-Z?
Yes, it was my birthday. And Mike
The
Tyson,
big 5-0.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson wished me a happy birthday.
Yay, it's your birthday. Hey, it's your day. It's not Monday, it's not Tuesday, it's not Wednesday, it's not Thursday, it's not Friday, it's not Saturday, it's not Thursday. It's your birthday.
After the big fight with Jake Paul, he was able to send me that message. So
that's big, man.
That's big, right? Right there.
But you saw he was in a wheelchair.
All right, guys. I will talk to you next week. We'll have to fix up these technical difficulties. See you guys next week.
Tommy Cutlets.
All right.
Professionals.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.